What'd you say? Say it again.
No, I'm gonna have a panic attack. I didn't know what your ex looked like. Dude, I'm like actually like I'm about to like crawl out of my skin. Are you filming me? I can't do this anymore. We have to stand up. What are we doing? Dude, I'm gonna don't. I can't do this anymore. I'm tired of people showing me their ugly ass exes. And the shit that they got away with doing, being that ugly.
I've said it before and I'll say it again. Men are a net negative. In other words, in the natural course of life, if you as a straight woman date a straight man, your life is already getting worse according to every measure. Science says you end up doing more housework, your health gets worse, you make less money, you're less happy, and more burdened, okay? That's in the ordinary course of a relationship with a man. So unless a man is actively doing measurable things to make your life better, you should not be dating him. Finances are just the minimum. It's minimum. It's not even equitable if he's paying for everything, because that's just offsetting the burden he is bringing into your life. According to science, because this is Psychology Today, this is American Scientific. These are the big science names that are telling you that marriage is shortening your lifespan as a woman, that it is making your life harder than it would otherwise be. So these people are telling you men are adding points of pressure to your life. Let's say a man just coming into a relationship flat is offering 5 points of pressure that you would not otherwise have. It's not enough for him to offset those 5 points of pressure by offering to pay for things and whatnot. He would need to be adding to be worthwhile. So he should be offsetting at least 10 points of pressure, because then you have gained by being with him. And that's the point. A relationship is supposed to make your life better, right? We already know what men are getting out of relationships. That's why married men live longer, are happier, make more money, have better health outcomes. Because it's not a question. Women are adding exponentially to their lives. Women make sure they go to the doctor. Women make sure they eat healthier. Women are the ones bearing their children and doing all the work, and that frees them up to make more money. Married men are seen as more responsible. So if the system is not automatically making sure you get something out of it, you need to make sure you automatically get something out of dating men. Because otherwise, all you're doing is giving. What you've done is taken on another job in your spare time. Only you're volunteering. You are volunteering to pay to make somebody else's life easier. And if that's not something you're interested in, don't do it. And don't come to me with all that love, dove nonsense. Yeah, he does give me something. He gives me love. According to science, love is not actually making your life better. Men love to say facts over feelings. So facts over feelings. Apparently these married women, just love is not enhancing their lifespan. And apparently men are not in relationships for love because they're getting all the tangible benefits. So all we're asking for is to benefit from the relationship as much as you do. It may not be in the same ways, but it needs to be equally tangible to make relationships worthwhile for women. And ladies, you have to enforce that for yourselves. You've seen that guy who's gone viral now for keeping a spreadsheet of the 10 men he's dating and what they're bringing to him and like how he's benefiting. You should be doing the same thing in your relationship. Keep a journal, keep a spreadsheet, whatever you need to do. That way you can just look at your relationship at a glance. Okay, it's been X many days since he's brought me flowers. It's been this long since he took me out to dinner. It's been this long since he bought me a gift. Like, what are you getting out of this situation? And I would recommend a slot for the emotional ups and downs of the relationship. How often are you fighting? How often is this person actually taking a burden off of you? Do you feel like he's listening when you talk about what's happening, not just in your relationship, but in your life? Don't be like one of these women who, they ask the man a question on the street. They can't even tell you the wife's birthday or the color of her eyes. Those men are just in relationships for service. If you were not doing for your male partner, would he still be there? If you get sick with a terminal disease or something like that, is he going to be taking care of you, or is he going to be ready to bounce? One of the 20% of men who abandon their terminally ill spouse because she's no longer able to be their caretaker. Just a little food for thought.
She was suspicious. She was definitely suspicious of him. But then she says yes to the proposal anyway. Y'all, this had me laughing. Like, you're suspicious of him, but you moved forward with a proposal. You like, ugh. Context clues says that she was already feeling sus about him. Women need to stop plowing forward in relationships with glaring inconsistencies. Exactly. It's like, dude, if it's like that obvious, like, I mean, what are you doing? Agree, but I think women are gaslit too much to not trust our gut because we are overreacting. Yeah, trust your gut. And even if you're overreacting, it's better to overreact than to underreact or not react and end up with a male that was actually indeed cheating on you. You know what I mean? Like, you either trust your gut or use common sense. Pick one. They'll lead you both to a better outcome than doing nothing at all and just kind of moving forward looking ridiculous, you know? More likely, she was blinded by the stuff he bought her. She likely had mistrust of him, but the lifestyle he was providing was enough to keep her around until it blew up. I don't think so. I don't know that that would be true, because if she was there for the lifestyle, then she wouldn't care about the cheating. She wouldn't even care about getting the ring specifically from a place where it can be verified. Or maybe she would care about getting the ring specifically from a place just because maybe she doesn't want the same ring that he's bought for someone else, right? But I don't think that she would care as much about getting cheated on if she's only there for the lifestyle. You know what I mean? Yes, blame the girl for the dude cheating, right? It's not her fault, but women do need to start being wiser, right? That's when you know he truly loves you, if he buys you a dairy ring. Sorry, goodbye. How he got the 2x dairy ring money, though. Okay. Okay.
Hola, 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 mis amores. Hi, my loves. How are you doing today? So I'm back with another podcast. And this one's going to be, I think, a really fun and interesting case to look at. I actually had one of my subscribers send this to me. So I decided to take a look at it. It's wild, y'all. This case is so wild. And it's what I always warn ladies about. It is literally what I always warn ladies about. It is a zoo out there. Who do you think the animals are? Okay. I'm not even gonna, okay, you know what? Let's just go ahead and dive right in. So before we get started, don't forget to smash that like button for me. Don't forget to smash the subscribe button for me. And also hit the notification bell so you get a notification every time a new podcast comes out. So the link to the store is in the description below. So make sure to go ahead and check out the store. There's also a blog section that's updated every single week with self-care updates, news updates, tips, tricks, self-love, all the things that are the most important things to know when it comes to women-centered content is updated in the blogs. Make sure to also sign up for the newsletters that go out on a regular basis. All you have to do is put in your email to sign up on the website. So anyways, let's go ahead and dive right in and see what we've got here. All right. So this lady says, I am 24 and I tested positive for chlamydia while pregnant. Is it possible that my boyfriend did not cheat on me? That question is already so strange to me. Like, what do you mean? Is it possible that your boyfriend did not cheat on you? Like, I feel like for someone that has good mental processing, the natural question would be, did my boyfriend cheat on me? Not, is it possible that he did not cheat on me? Like, it's like you're already trying to take the first steps towards lying to yourself. You know what I mean? Like, what kind of question is that? Is it possible that he didn't? So you're already trying to build up how you're going to make sure that you start lying to yourself just by that question alone. So this is, it's just, it's like when I see this and women do this all the time, it's hard. It's a little bit hard. I'm not going to lie, to sympathize with women who sit there lying to themselves. It's like from the get-go, you're lying to yourself. You've already started setting up the foundation to lie to yourself. Then is it possible that he did not cheat on me? So you're looking for reasons for looking for the proof that he did not cheat on you, instead of starting with the assumption, because you have chlamydia, that, hey, I have chlamydia, so the possibility is that he cheated on me, not looking for reasons and anything and everything that you can hold on to that he didn't. It's a very, very different mindset. You know what I mean? So, anyways, let's see what she says here. My boyfriend and I have been together for 2 years. I got pregnant a few months ago and they tested for STDs at a recent appointment. And it turns out I'm positive for chlamydia. I accused my boyfriend of cheating because I know that I didn't cheat. And I also tested negative for STDs right when we became exclusive. He denied it and asked if I was sure that I didn't cheat. And I said yes. He seemed doubtful and we were both cold to each other for the rest of the day. And we both were accusing each other of cheating. The next day, he tells me he did research online for like 30 minutes and says that if I didn't cheat, which I know I didn't, then what probably happened is that he had it from before we were together. He didn't get tested when we started dating and has been asymptomatic and gave it to me at some point in the relationship unknowingly. And I've been asymptomatic after that point too. Sorry, y'all. Oh my God. The mental gymnastics. Y'all, when males start doing all this mental gymnastics, just know right off the bat that you're being gaslit. Okay. Because if I were her and he's like saying this to me, I wouldn't be able to help myself. I would literally bust out laughing. I would literally laugh in his face. And then I'd be like, okay, what you need to do is leave because I need time to process everything that's happening here because this is laughable. It's laughable at best. It's like, when it's so sad, it's funny. That's what the situation sounds like, right? Anyways, I digress. He said the other possibility that's less likely is that my test the first time was a false negative and I came into the relationship with it unknowingly. Is what he's saying possible? What is she talking about? So you're gonna like gaslight yourself into staying with a male that cheated on you, that most likely cheated on you and gave you an STD, regardless of whether it's knowingly or not. It's like, how do you stay with someone that gave you an STD? Like, I just don't even get it. You know what I mean? Like, it's just crazy to me, the gaslighting that women will do to their own selves just to make excuses, just to have like a dead weight male in their vicinity and their presence. It's like, grow some self-worth and some self-esteem for real, though. For real. It's when you start with this question, just the fact that he was the one that did the research, like, males don't even think or operate in that way. So he then took the time. First of all, when you initially brought it to him, his first response was to gaslight you, right? No, were you the one that cheated on me? No, you're the one that cheated on me. Like, that was his first response. You brought up a concern to this male species, right? And told him like, hey, did you cheat on me? Because I just tested positive for this STD. And I know that I didn't cheat on you. And instead of his response being, no, I didn't cheat on you. We can go get tested. I can go get tested and you can come with me today, tomorrow morning. Let's set an appointment up and let's go from there. He decides to turn it around on you and say, well, did you cheat on me? And you're the one that's pregnant. It doesn't even make sense from the get-go. If you were the one that cheated on him, I'm pretty sure that you wouldn't have brought it up to him to say, hey, did you cheat? Because now I have an STD. It's illogical. And he knows that. So the natural response of someone that's responsible and someone that's an honest human being would have been, no, I did not cheat on you. I don't believe that I have the STD, but we can go together today if there's an appointment available, or we can go together and set an appointment for tomorrow morning. You can come with me and I can get tested and we can start from there. I mean, done, simple, easy. So all of this, like, this is like gaslighting at its finest, right? No, you cheated on me. You cheated on me. How can a pregnant person that has come to you with the issue, what reasonable thought processing does it make for a pregnant person that's come to you with this issue to be the one that cheated on you? How plausible is that? And you're just now bringing it up now that you're being confronted with an STD on the table. It's gaslighting and it's manipulation. And if ladies don't learn to spot this, well, you're going to find yourself in these types of situations over and over again. You're not going to be able to break free, right? Then he does all this research, comes back with all of this like roundabout, well, this happened and then that happened and then this could be happening and then this could be a girl. He cheated, period, point blank. Okay. Either he cheated or he had it beforehand. Okay. Also, ladies, I encourage you to do regular testings, especially when you get a new partner. If you've slept with them once or twice, what are you doing? Especially if you know you did it without protection. I mean, go get tested. It's not that complicated. Okay. Because if she would have gotten tested, she could have said, no, because I get tested every year or every 2 years or however often, or every time I get a new partner, just to make sure that I'm good. And so I have my results and my results are right here. That would be me. They could not play me. Okay. It would be like so simple and easy. So yeah, ladies, you need to start taking their health more seriously because you can only blame the male for so much. It's like, he's playing in your face and you're sitting there allowing it, asking the internet, how plausible is it that he did not cheat? Instead of asking, what are the chances that this male actually did cheat on me? And you're not asking that question for a reason. You're not asking that question because you know the answer to it. You know the answer to that question. Wild. So let's see what some of the other comments have to say about this. I've never understood why people don't get tested for STIs prior to getting into a sexual relationship. Anyways, yes, either way, you could have had it and not been symptomatic. It could also be a false negative, which is true, but he should get tested and get treatment if needed anyways. Either he's being truthful or he's not. Do you trust him? That's another factor. But it doesn't even have to be about trust. It is so freaking simple. Before even bringing it up to him, y'all, have the appointment already set up. Duh. Have the appointment already set up for him to go get himself tested and have it set up and bring it up no more than 12 hours before the appointment and tell him like, hey, I just found this out. I've set up an appointment for us so that you can go get tested. I just got tested because I need to get to the bottom of this as to what's happening here. So we're going to be going together at 9 a.m. tomorrow. Done. What argument could he possibly have against that? And if he argues or tries to make an excuse to not get tested, well, then you have a very, very clear answer right then and there. I don't understand this back and forth. You mentally manipulate yourselves. And when you do that, there's only so much even feminists can do for you. Okay. There's only so much we can do for you. Okay, girl. All right. So let's see what else we've got here. Is it possible that he didn't get STD, STI testing done before you became exclusive? Apparently, yes. Duh. Since that wasn't a requirement for him to do so, though it smacks of irresponsibility and poor judgment. Okay. That's why I talk about this as often as I do on this channel. Ladies, be responsible for yourself. Require them, even in the last video or in the podcast before this one? Make sure to get caught up on the last podcast and on the podcast before this one. We talk about this, and we see some other different cases as well, where ladies, it needs to be a requirement even before you sleep with them. If you slip up and you sleep with them, then go get yourself tested. The first time, don't do like, oh, it's been 5 times and I'm just now getting myself tested. Girl, what? Like the first time that, or after the second time, make sure that you have your appointment set. Go get yourself tested. Then bring it up to him. Hey, I got myself tested. Like, when are you going to do yours? Okay. Because this is 2024. Take your health seriously. Make it a requirement for him, right? Given that he didn't care enough for either you or himself to get tested, it's far more possible that he's the one with chlamydia. Has he been tested yet? Is it possible that he cheated? Yeah, what kind of question is that? And very possible from his poor defense. Such poor defense, like bumbling and fumbling everywhere. Oh, I looked it up and it said this and this and that. Girl, in what world does a male look up anything, first of all? In what in the world where he's trying to lie himself out of something. That's the only world in which that exists. Okay. The likelihood of being asymptomatic for such a long time and then suddenly showing up with symptoms is literally laughable. Exactly. The women on here obviously have never had it before and are falling for the asymptomatic BS. Yes, maybe you're asymptomatic for a month or two, but 2 years, come on, he definitely cheated. Girl. I mean, if he's going to boldly lie to her face about cheating, then I don't doubt that he'd also lie about having symptoms or even having an infection at all. Asking doesn't do anything but open yourself up to potential manipulation. Bingo. Period. It's like, can we use our brains? If, ladies are the ones that are supposed to have the brains. But for some reason, your ladies are also the ones that gaslight and manipulate themselves to the extent where these males don't even have to do jack squat. Literally. If you find something like that out, the first thing you do is you call the clinic and you set up an appointment for him. Okay? For the next day. And then you go in, and even if they don't have an appointment availability for 5 days, 6 days, you set it up for the soonest availability. Okay. And then less than 24 hours before the appointment, or no more than 24 hours before the appointment, you tell them, hey, I just found this out. It's very important. You're going to have to come with me. I already set up the appointment because we need to figure out what's going on. Period. I mean, that's it. It's as simple as that, y'all. It's like there's no need for a back and forth. There's no need for discussion. Okay. Because we're going to have to actively take steps to figure out what's the problem here. But when you start discussing and all this stuff, that means you're trying to gaslight yourself into believing the lie. And if you do that, you can't then turn around and come back and cry foul play from the male when you yourself were gaslighting and lying to your own self. Okay. Either way, he cheated. Exactly. It's like, girl, what? Yeah, it's sad. Apparently males are tricking their girlfriends left and right over this. And OP, don't feel bad. I found out I'm pregnant and have herpes. So although I want to deny it, he probably cheated. I lied to myself for a week and then matched up the dates. Yeah, he cheated. No matter the time you've been with them, stop trusting whatever they say. Many people cheat. It's a part of life for the male species. Sounds sad, but don't listen to these people. I didn't have any symptoms for the first month and then bam, all the symptoms hit at once, full on. I had chlamydia twice from 2 different males and it always showed about even 2 months after because the symptoms get so bad that they become very noticeable. He cheated. He can't go 2 whole years without feeling a thing. You would have known. Stop being in denial and stop letting him fool you into believing this, and stop fooling yourself, girl. Because he ain't even having to work that hard. Fumbling and dumbling, they don't even do a good job of the lies that they choose to tell. So that same day, he's sweating bullets because now he's been found out that he has this sexual disease that he tried to pin on you. And we all know that males do not take it lightly if they really do believe that you cheated on them. But he came back like the next day and was like, well, you probably didn't cheat. Girl, that's because he knew he had it and he gave it to you and he knew. Okay. Like, what are you talking about? Like, come on. Like, seriously. He cheated. You can't go 2 whole years without feeling a thing. You would have known. Stop being in denial. Stop letting him fool you into believing this. Why is he so quick to believe you and the research first? Wouldn't he be just as suspicious, even with what he read on the research. Exactly. I ignored my symptoms for months and they always showed up. Lower abdomen gets so painful even when you take a step that you would have gone to the doctor to check or start to smell so bad other people will notice. He cheated. Nope, he's trying to finesse you. He definitely either cheated earlier on or during your pregnancy. While all that you're saying is possible, he created that narrative to skate away from him cheating. Now it's doubtful in your head. He's TAH been there before. So I know wasn't pregnant at the time, but this really could have hurt your baby. I would definitely sit back and think about his actions recently. You might remember something. Okay, this one was a hard read because there's no punctuation here, but we get the point. So yeah, ladies, I mean, this is we'll continue to review these type of things because there's only so much defending people can do for you when you are actively partaking in your own demise, right? And it's nice that we have these online platforms now. It's nice that we have, the internet, and people can anonymously post these experiences, right? And from the responses, they're pretty decent responses in the sense of I didn't really see any like shaming or anything like that. It's just mainly people saying yes or no and why are you lying to yourself, so that's good too, because we like when people share these types of stories so that we can warn other women, especially the women that are Delulu, stuck in Delulu land. We got to be like, hey girl, you are Delulu, okay? It's like seeing someone with a piece of vegetable on their teeth. What kind of person would literally let you walk around with that in the middle of your teeth and not tell you? A terrible type of person. That's who. That's in my opinion, for sure. So anyways, leave it in the comments below. Let me know what your thoughts are on this particular issue. Okay. And don't forget to smash that like, subscribe, and bell. And I will see you in the next video podcast. Bye-bye.